I plied, 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 plied. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer and yarn dyer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website, blametheknots.com, and of course right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Am I crooked? I don't think so. Okay. Before we get into things, we are here today for No, I almost said that backwards. I almost said we were here on the 36th of November. That's not right. We're here on the 7th of November for episode 36. And I do want to take just a second to acknowledge that I am in the United States, that this is election week. The election happened this past Tuesday, and that it has been a very rough week in the United States for millions of people. So I don't want to just move on and only talk about knitting and not acknowledge that fact. I do want to say that if my energy feels a little bit low today, it's because I've been having a rough week, and I have slept very little because I was watching the news and stuff on Tuesday night and waking up early to check on things, and so I'm tired. I'm very tired, and yeah, I just want to say, maybe if you need it, if you need a little break, we can all like unclench our jaws for a second and stretch our necks out. Oh, that just cracked really bad. And maybe, you know, give ourselves a little extra care. Grab a drink, grab some water to hydrate yourself, grab whatever makes you feel good, because we can't go out there and fight if we are not taking care of ourselves, right? Someone keep reminding me of this because I'm not someone that takes care of myself very well. But yeah, so I just wanted to give that little acknowledgement because it felt weird to come on here and just talk happily about all of my projects and stuff when this is a very, very hard time for a lot of people, myself included, but not even remotely to the extent that it is for a lot of other people. So anyway, I am not wearing any finished objects today, and the sun is shining bright. We changed the clocks back this past weekend, so I was just starting to learn when the sun came through this window, and now I have to relearn all over again. So we'll get there eventually. Okay, let's move in to our finished objects. You might have caught a little glimpse over here of a big finished object that I have, which if you've been keeping up on my videos and seeing some of my recent vlogs, then you will already know that this is finished, but I finished my Moana blanket. Actually, I'm going to use it this way. So I'm going to use it so that the stripes go vertically. This I made with the Little Wolf Knits Moana inspired July countdown. Oh my gosh, could not think of it. July countdown, I believe, yeah, it started at this end. So this was day 1 and then went all the way to day 30. I did run out of yarn at the very, very end, and I ended up picking some scraps out and using that. I didn't really follow a pattern for this. I used my Where You Are wrap to get myself started which is the pattern that came out in association with this countdown box. I used that to get myself started, and then I just did garter forever. I cast on 212 stitches, which was a weird decision. If anyone would like more information about this, I am not turning this into a pattern or anything. If anyone would like information about what I did, I'm happy to share it with you, or update my Ravelry project so that there's a little bit more info in it. You can see that it ended up coming out a lot, like, it's a lot wider than it is tall. This is hard to show. It's a lot wider than it is tall. So I went back and forth a lot thinking about if I wanted to add like a whole nother countdown onto this and make a really nice big size blanket, but I decided to just go ahead with what I have and turn it and use it that way. What else was I gonna say about this? Oh, this is not blocked yet. Also, I just finished weaving in all of the ends last night. And I didn't want it to be wet when I showed you. So, it might grow. I don't know. I will, after it's dry and stuff, I'll try and update my Ravelry project page so that you know how big it ended up being, if you are interested. So that is a lovely project that I'm so glad to be done with, because it brought me so much joy to work on, and now I can't wait for it to bring me joy as I use it. I am honestly, actually, I'm planning on getting a new desk chair pretty soon, and I'm gonna probably be leaving this here so that I can use it at my desk when I'm working and keep myself warm in the winter because my office gets pretty chilly. Next up, I have a finished object that I started and finished between the last podcast and this one. Oh, my chair is turning. Cool. I have a project that I finished and I was planning on showing you, but I can't show you because I accidentally got rid of it already. Not got rid of it. I am working with a local yarn store to make a custom colorway for an event that they're having coming up. And I made my own pattern, the Marshmallow Madcap, which was one of my earlier patterns. I made that just to work up a quick sample of how the yarn would look in a hat. And I stopped by the yarn store to drop off a little bit of yarn for them and to show them the hat and everything, and I ended up leaving the hat with them so that they could show it to some customers and stuff. So I forgot to take a picture and everything. I have nothing. I have nothing, and I don't want to show you the colorway yet. I thought about showing you the yarn, but I don't want to show it to you yet because it's a surprise for some people, and I don't want to tell you. So I'm not going to show you anything, but just know that I started and finished one of my Marshmallow Madcaps, and it was fun. That's all. Next up, a kind of finished object that's also kind of a work in progress is not knitting related. Hang on, there's a bag next to me and I keep hitting it with my chair and I'm making all kinds of noise and it's really bugging me. One second. Okay, my next finished-ish object is, let me make sure my address is nowhere to be seen on this, a scoured fleece. So this is a Shetland cross that I showed, I believe, in the last podcast when I showed what I got at Rhinebeck, and I split this one with my friend Bree, who is the Little Wolf Knits, and I love it so much. Also, I just painted my nails and I love them too. Isn't that fun? So this is a really cool result that I got after scouring. This was like a tan color at first. Sorry, I can't stop looking in my viewfinder today. I don't know what, I feel like I'm normally better at avoiding that, but I just keep looking over there. I don't know. Anyway, this is like a tan color, and I thought it was gonna maintain that. with the dark tips, but it ended up turning pretty darn white. Like if you look closely within the white, I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up, but there is some heathering that is happening in there. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be that visible for you, but it's there. It's not pure white. It's not snowy white. There is heathering in there, but I am so excited. And this fleece is so freaking clean. Like literally, I can do this. Like this is the extent of the picking that I need to do, is just like a little fluff, 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 and I'm done. Like this lock is done. Now I could honestly spin this right from here if I wanted to. I could put it in my drum carder. I'm still not sure what I want to do. Because I love this color so much. So I'm not sure if I want to try to spin it from the locks, because I think that would be a really fun experiment. But I don't know. Maybe I'll end up putting some on my drum carder too. I don't know. Anyway, I love it. Love it so much. Next step is picking and getting it all like carded or prepped, however I decide I want to prep it, and then spinning. I have one more project I want to do before I start spinning this one to kind of clear up some space, but I think it will go really fast, and this one will be on my wheel very soon. Okay, into our works in progress. Also anything that I have shown lately that I'm not showing today, if you're wondering like, where'd that work in progress go? Or is that a finished object yet? Or MC, when are you gonna post the testing call for certain things? If I haven't shown it, I haven't worked on it. So it's still in whatever state it was in the last time that you saw it. And that is why I have not shown it. So I do have some works in progress that I have not touched at all since the last podcast. So I'm not going to show them because they're in exactly the same state. And then I do have some testing calls that I need to get going. Life got in the way for a little bit, and then I was hoping to get some stuff up this week, and honestly, plans changed. This is not the week. This is not the week to be focusing on that kind of stuff. So it will come, I promise. I really appreciate the enthusiasm. I haven't forgot. I just am exhausted. Mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. But I do have a long weekend coming up, and I'm very excited about that, and I think that will be pretty restorative. Oh gosh, the sun! I promise one day I will figure this out for you. I swear. Okay. Next up, I have a work in progress that I showed you a little bit last time. I'm gonna hold it back up here because I think if I get closer, the sun is gonna start messing with things. So this is a collaboration that I'm doing with my lovely friend Brie of the Little Wolf Knits. And I am doing the crochet version, and Brie is doing the knit version, as usual with the collaborations that we do. And I have this Beetlejuice Progress Keeper on here that came with the Beetlejuice countdown from Brie as well. And last time, I have it right here up at the top because last time I had finished the back panel, and that is it. So since then, I have picked up and I did the front left and the front right, and I joined it, I finished the front panel, and I joined for the underarms, and I have about 3.5, maybe to 4 inches of the body done. I still have quite a ways to go. As you can see, this is going to have pretty fitted sleeves, so the armhole is like right up in there. And so it is not very much, not long enough yet. So we're just gonna keep chugging along with that. I have been doing very little on this. I just do a tiny bit a day. Now I've been trying to do about 30 minutes. every day because I've been experiencing a lot of pain lately in my hands. And I'm trying not to overdo things. Now that I'm on the body, 30 minutes a day gets me about 2 rounds, which is annoyingly slow, but I'm trying to stick with it and keep myself okay. Also, I want to try to be better about using little progress keepers to show you and me where I was last time. So let's do this together. Let's try and do this right now so that I don't forget. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I'm really bad at lobster claw clasps. I suppose this tail that I have right here could be a pretty good progress keeper. But yeah, let's put this on here. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at lobster claws. I have, you know, I talk about the pain in my hands all the time. My grip for tiny things like that is really not great and deteriorating a lot with age. But anyway, I have ordered, finally I broke down and ordered some specialized braces for myself, for my hands. Shandy's snoring. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I wear these braces on my thumb in particular when I'm knitting, but these are plastic and not like actually sized for me and all that stuff. So I'm finally breaking down and getting some like actual official braces that are made with my fingers in mind. And I think I'm gonna start wearing them more throughout the day and not just when I'm knitting. Yeah. Oh no, I only have a few minutes of what's it called? Memory space left on my memory card. Today is a day. Anyway, this is a new collaboration. Like I said, I'm not going to say the name yet because I keep forgetting to confirm with Brie the name that we're calling it and how much we are sharing. But yeah, this is also using a new colorway from a new collection that I am developing. I believe I told you last time that I would hopefully be able to tell you the collection name, and I am still not going to tell you because again, life happened and I'm just behind on everything, and I will be working on scheduling that stuff today. I promise. I swear. I will tell you one of these days what is going on. Okay, let me delete a couple of things and make some space, and then we'll be back with the next work in progress. And we're back. Next up for works in progress, I have something that I said I was going to start a couple of podcasts ago, and I finally did, and I made some good progress. And this is going to be the Sugarpuff, or Sugarpuff Sweater. I don't know if we're gonna have that modifier on there. I don't know. But the Sugarpuff. And this is a pattern that I am making in collaboration with my friend Mac of Mac Dye Conley. This time I am doing the knit version and Mac is doing the crochet version, and it is so much fun. I love doing collaborations with my friends. It has been amazing and I love it. So this is a very fluffy, amazing, super cozy, super oversized, sweatshirty type vibe. And I am holding 2 yarns together. I am holding, these are both my hand-dyed yarns. One is in fingering weight in the colorway What Happened to Grape Soda, and the other one is, no, I said that backwards. The fingering weight is Purple People Eater, and the lace weight Surrey is What Happened to Grape Soda. So they complement each other very, very well, and I'm loving it. And I am at the point of joining for the underarms. So I'm about to start going in the round, and let's do the progress keeper thing. This is a progress keeper that Mac actually made for me and sent me. It's this bright blue asterisk thing. And I will be adding that onto here so that I can remember where I was when I showed you last time. Next time. You know what I mean. Anyway, this is a really fun design coming soon. And will it be my next design? No. I don't think it'll be my next design. Actually, I don't know. I had a design calendar and it's all gone to hell in a handbasket, to be completely honest. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted. Next, I am working my way through. Oh, I should have called it a finished object, but I finished my Beetlejuice countdown spin, or at least all of the single plies for it. So I finally got through all 30 days of my Beetlejuice countdown, and that is why I have a work in progress, because I am plying it. So I plied for hours yesterday. I took a lot of time to relax and recharge, and I watched a movie and I watched some TV, and I plied. It took forever, and I just thought I felt something. Sorry. Oh, I found a pigtail I missed. How did I do that? No. Well, I suppose it's not the end of the world. This is my first bobbin that I jam-packed this thing. So this, I have not counted the yardage on this yet, but it is a lot. This is pretty thin yarn that I made. I don't know if you can even really see that. It's probably a fingering weight. Maybe in some places it gets up to a sport weight. I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been blocked yet or soaked, so maybe it'll plump up to a sport. But it is, there's going to be a lot of yardage on this. So I finished one bobbin. Then I started plying onto a second bobbin. And this is what we are working with. So so basically I have 2 bobbins that have days 1 through 10, 2 bobbins that have days 11 through 20, and 2 bobbins that have days 21 through 30. So I finally reached the end of one of my bobbins for days 21 through 30. So that was my first ply to run out. And it ran out here, and then for some reason, I don't know what instead of adding to it, excuse you. Instead of adding to it and continuing with the 3-ply, I broke my yarn. But you know what, that's fine. So this bobbin is a little bit not quite full, but whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna have uneven sized skeins. So I still have 3 full bobbins and 2 bobbins that have a little bit left on them. I only have, out of the 6, I only have 1 of those bobbins that is empty so far. I'm going to be plying for the rest of my life. But it's going well so far. I really want to get it done. I want to get it done soon because I'm excited about other things that I want to work on, that I want to spin. So I'm excited to have this yarn, but I'm also like, I just want to be done so that I can work on my other projects, but we'll get there. And hopefully by the next time I record a podcast, I will have a lot of yarn to show you. All right, let's talk about some life stuff. Like I mentioned before, this week has been pretty rough. So I film podcasts every other week, and the first week since I filmed the last podcast was jam-packed, full of fun and lovely things, and it was fantastic. And then this week has just been kind of like, so let's reminisce about the past 2 weeks or that first week and talk about the fun, good stuff that happened. First things first. I went to the Fiber Festival of New England, which is in Springfield, Massachusetts, I believe, at the Big E Fairgrounds. And it was a lot of fun. I went there last year very, very briefly, and I wanted to kind of make more of the experience this year and actually plan it. So my husband and I went up. We met up with a bunch of friends. I think I took a little bit of footage of some things, some animals and stuff like that. So I will insert that over me talking if I find it, if I have enough. But something I like about this festival is that there's a lot. One, it's like way, 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 way smaller than Rhinebeck. It's all in one building. It's only 2 days. Well, Rhinebeck's only 2 days as well, but it's just Saturday and Sunday. It's all in one building. You really don't need to go for both days. I felt very complete after being there for only a couple of hours. And I kind of like that they have a lot of like some of the booths just have like llamas or alpacas or sheep or bunnies or whatever like with them. And so everything's just kind of like more mixed together instead of having like animal barns and yarn barns and stuff like that. So we met up with some friends. It was quite lovely. But the first thing that I wanted to do when I got there was to hit up the fleece sale. I felt like I had learned a lot at the Rhinebeck fleece sale, and I was ready to go on my own and make some decisions for myself. And I went there specifically looking for one type of sheep. And there was a decent amount of Shetland. There was a lot of Icelandic. And then I would say probably there was a ton of Corriedale and a decent amount of Romney as well. But I had my heart set on trying to find a CVM fleece, which CVM stands for California Variegated Mutant, I believe. And it is basically the same thing as a Rommeldale sheep, but I believe the distinction is that Rommeldale are all pure white, and if you are a CVM sheep, you are not. So you are either of some other color or you have markings on you or something. I don't know why I just started talking to you as if you are the sheep, but that's it. Anyway, I don't know if there were some other CVM sheeps there, fleeces there, before we got there. We didn't get there when it opened, but there was one left, and it is a CVM cross. Don't know what it's crossed with, but I have to back up to show you this because I did something. This is 8 pounds. 8 pounds, and to be honest, I'm not going to open this bag to show you any of it because it is quite greasy, and I don't really want to touch it and then have to like either stop recording to wash my hands or have to finish recording with my hands all gross. It's very greasy. Apparently this is a lanolin heavy breed. So I have 8 pounds. This is by far the largest fleece I have ever purchased, ever brought into the home. And I am afraid of it. But I definitely think that I'm going to try to split it up with some friends. Sorry, I keep rolling over the bag. I'm going to try to split it with some friends. See if other people want it. I don't know. I'm debating like selling some of it unprocessed, or scouring some of it and selling some of it scoured but unprocessed, or going through the whole process and selling bats of it. I don't know, but I do not need 8 pounds worth of fleece and then the yarn that becomes. I don't need it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Unfortunately, this fleece does not have a name, which makes me very sad, but it's a really good quality fleece. It's very, very nice. I have not taken the whole thing out and looked at it yet because that's an intimidating thought, but it's a very nice fleece. Passed all the tests and stuff. I don't think it's like award winning, but it's a very good fleece, and it seems like it's pretty good quality. So I can't wait to work on it. It's just a little intimidating, and I want to get through some other things first. Actually, you can probably see right here, where is it? Right here. This pile right here are some fleeces that I have to, that are waiting to be scoured, or half scoured or whatever. So this is my to do next pile. There are 2 fleeces there, and then I have this big Bessie, which doesn't have a name, but maybe I'll call her Bessie. I don't know. Okay, so that was the first purchase. I walked right to the fleece sale, shopped around, went back to the car and put it in the car. And then came back in to do the rest of the shopping. And that was all I really wanted from the show. But I stumbled upon some other things that I thought were really fun, so I will show those now. I showed this last time. This is a needle case from Cottontail Farm. And it has needle storage and then this pouch in the middle. But I wanted to further organize my organization. So I got 2 pouches these are from 100 Ravens. So this one has dinosaurs on it. And this one has sciencey things because I am a nerd and I loved it. So I just got these. They're nice and small. And in this one it's jangling because I have all of my like end stoppers for my cables and stuff, and like anything, these little tools that I never use that you can use to tighten your cables. I have all those in there so they're not just rolling around. And then in this one, I have all of my 9-inch circular needles. So I don't really use fixed needles at all. I have a couple. Of fixed needles only in sock weight sizes that I keep in here. So I have those in there, but then for sock stuff, I use fixed 9-inch circulars, and so those are in this one. So those just slide nicely right in here and everything fits, and I'm so excited about it. Oh, and then I have this other case. This just is something that came with one of my interchangeable needle sets, and in here I have all of my cords. So everything is so nicely organized, and it all just closes up, and it feels so good to have everything in here. And I'm so glad I found those little pouches because now I have so much organized in here right at my fingertips, and it feels so good. Then I was not planning on buying any more. I did go into the show thinking, if I find anything, I could keep my eye out. If I see a little Notions pouch, a teeny tiny one that I could use for my needle case, that'd be great. And I found one, which is great. So that was really all I thought about heading into this show. But then I saw this and I just can't handle it. This bag, this is one of those project bags that you can like loop your hand through. Actually, I think I'm gonna put my project in, like move some stuff around after recording this and start using this bag. I didn't want to use it until I showed it, but it has cactus butts on it. It has cactus butts. I love it so much. Look at this little one strutting its stuff. I can't handle it. It's just too funny. And then what really got me, I was like chuckling at it, but then what really made me want to end up committing to buying it is this little thing that was attached to it. And this is some sand, and I wonder if I can get it so you can see it. There we go. There's sand and sea glass in there. And this is a Mimi bag from Summer Camp Fibers. I will read to you what it says. This says, hand sewn on the shores of Cape Cod, kissed by the sun and the seaside air. Each bag contains authentic Cape Cod sea glass and beach sand. Like, I couldn't not get it after reading that, you know? Anything that takes me to the beach, even, you know, in spirit, I can't say no. So I grabbed that. And that is all I got at the Fiber Festival. But then, while we were up in Massachusetts, I wanted to check out something called the Eastworks Open Studios. So there's this building in East Hampton, Massachusetts, which was a little bit north of where we were for the Fiber Festival. And I thought, well, we're in that direction, let's go check it out. And this Eastworks building is a really cool old mill that has now been divided up into several different spaces for people to rent out and do whatever they want with. There were therapy offices, there were physical therapy offices, there were spa services, but there were also a lot of arts. So there was painting and photography and beading, jewelry making, clay, ceramicists, all that kind of stuff. And there's also a fiber mill that is in this building, and the building was having an open studios day where you can go, the public can go and visit all these places that might not have regular business hours. So anyway, that's a long way of saying Alchemy Fiber Mill is up there, and I have wanted to check them out for a while, and I wanted to take advantage of these open studio days. So that was the first thing we did, and we went to Alchemy Fiber Mill, and I grabbed a couple of skeins of yarn. So this is Corriedale that they milled themselves and like turned into yarn themselves. And this is in the colorway Drunk Uncle. And I just got, they had full skeins. These are all like weird little bits and bobs. This is 64 grams. This is 48 grams. And this one, I think, yeah, 43 grams. So like they're all kind of weird little bundles that were, I don't know if they're mill ends or whatever. But I'm going to make my husband a hat with these. He asked for it, and I would love to do that for him because he doesn't ask for anything and he liked this. So anyway, that is what I got at the fiber mill. And then we just wandered around a little bit, and I ended up having so much fun looking into, looking at the work of some of the ceramicists that were there. So the first thing I got is some earrings from Shamara, I believe is how you would say it, Shamara Elizabeth, which like, isn't that the cutest business card ever? If any of these places have online stores or presences that I can find, I will link them. And I got these earrings, which I'm having trouble putting together right now. These little cutesy patootsy earrings. This artist had the most cool, the coolest little, like little, like max 2 inches tall vases and pots and things like that. And there was a sign that said these were all thrown on a miniature wheel. Like the teeniest, tiniest, like, can you imagine? It was just so cool. And I loved it. I wanted to buy a lot of things, but I decided to just grab a pair of earrings, and I love them. And then there were a lot of artists that had seconds bins, which are just things that, you know, they weren't really happy with, or something turned out not the way that they wanted. And so they were being sold at a discounted price, and I am a sucker, absolute sucker for stuff like that. So I got, let me see. This is from Rabin. Rabbit Coven Ceramics, and I'm not sure if they have an online presence at all, but I will take a look. And I got these two little dish things. So one has like a minty green on the outside, and the other has a kind of pinky purple lavendery color, and they're just little dishes, and I love them. They're so perfectly imperfect, and I love how wibbly wobbledy they are, and it makes me so happy. And I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I love them, and they were on sale, so you know, I couldn't say no. But they're so much fun, and I love them. And that's it. That's all I got from there. Those are all the things that I have to show and all the artisans I have to share with you. But the only other thing that I need to share with you is, actually, you know, I lied. There are some other artists that I have to show. And that is because my husband and I went to a charity 5K/walk at the Mystic Aquarium, and we just did the walk, but the charity was to raise money to help the endangered penguins. And after the walk, we got to go walk around the aquarium and enjoy a day there, which was a lot of fun. But they also had penguin art. And the penguins were there working hard to create art for everyone, and you could grab a one-of-a-kind piece of art waddled on by the little penguins. So I got this, and I cannot stand it. I love it so much. I've decided I believe that this is probably the way that they intended for it to be oriented. I definitely see like an ocean scene here going on, maybe. You know, I don't think it's meant to go any other way. I think it goes this way. I think that's what the artist intended. Also, there was a little rogue penguin artist who would sometimes wander onto the wrong path, and so I have some little black feet on here from the rogue artisan. So I just love it. I'm so happy with this. This is so cute, and I need to get it put up somewhere in here. I don't know where yet. I have a lot that needs to be hung. Anyway, oh boy. Well, told you I was tired. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. We've been continuing along with our X-Men rewatch for my husband and first time watch for me, and it is so much fun. I'm loving every second of it. I really like these movies. And then, oh, also, just in terms of video stuff, I have had some technical difficulties lately. Basically, I usually work off of an external drive for all of my video editing, and the other day, the last time I was working on stuff, it accidentally got disconnected without, you know, being properly ejected, whatever. It got disconnected, it caught on something and ripped up out of the computer, and now everything is corrupted. So I cannot use the drive, I cannot access the stuff I had on there. I'm working on figuring it out and seeing if I can get that stuff, seeing if I remember what's on there, how much I care about it. I think it had all of my patterns and my last couple months of videos and stuff on there, plus some footage from video series that I was, you know, in the middle of compiling and stuff. So I'm working on it, but I'm hoping I can get this video out in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know, hopefully by the time you see this, I will have everything figured out. But if not, then I'm really sorry that things are going slow and I'm not posting as many videos as possible lately, or as usual lately. It's been, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. It's not a big deal. It'll all get sorted, but it's just taking some time. I'm trying to figure out how to do it the smartest and least expensive way. So anyway, I think that's all I have to say for right now. I hope that this gave you a little bit of a break if you needed it. And yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later. Bye.